is Joe and Tom from Drunkards of the Sun.
Another funky fun, drunk episode coming to you courtesy of Drunkards of the Sun. And then your life's work could have been ahead of you. Tom and Joe from Drunkards of the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it.
I like
It's like
that one.
cutting those meters down to get the quarters out and shit.
Yeah. I usually watch that one probably once a year. It's like every time Christmas what's your favorite Christmas movie to watch? Because I got 5 that I have to watch every fucking year.
5.
These are the 5 I have to watch.
The one that I just watched, and I've watched it twice so far this season, and it's probably up there with my favorite, is A Christmas Story. With Ralphie and the Red Rider.
Dude, that movie, when I was a kid, I used to watch the fuck out of that movie. And it was only on, this is before like we had TBS and shit like that. But it would come on normal TV, because I would watch it. I watched it numerous times with my grandma and grandfather at their house. And I love that. That's one of my 5 that I had to watch.
Speaking of that movie, when you watched it when you were young, I could see it at the same time, and I hated that movie when I was a kid.
Fucking loved that movie.
I thought it was terrible, but I've grown to appreciate it. Now I love it. I think it's amazing.
It was so funny.
Hilarious.
Like back then, I was laughing so hard because I was laughing, especially like when one part that always stuck in my mind as long as I've watched that movie. It's always been when Santa Claus is like, ho, 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 and shoves it. He shoves him down the slide with his boot.
Yeah.
He shoves him down.
Yeah.
That always cracked me up, and that was one of the things I loved about that movie. I always love that movie. Like, this poor fucking kid.
Yeah.
But that's one of my number one. That's one of my number one.
It's a good one.
I have to watch that every one.
All right, I went. What's your top? What's your
It's
top?
a Wonderful Life. Is number 2. A Christmas Story and It's a Wonderful Life are the two movies I have to watch every fucking year. Now, the top 5 that I watch every year is Christmas Story, It's a Wonderful Life,
All right.
Home Alone,
Home
Jingle All the Way, and fucking, let me think of a 5th one.
Gremlins.
Yes! Yes! That's one of my favorite Christmas movies. No. I'm not going to count Gremlins. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
That has to be watched every year.
That's a good one. I do enjoy that. I have some quarrels.
Jingle All the Way is so good.
I have some quarrels with your list, and we've been over them. Jingle. I've only seen Jingle All the Way like once. I know what it's about.
It's so funny, dude. I just showed that to Leia, like, actually last month. We were like, she's like, let's watch a Christmas movie, and it's November. I'm like, and they had Jingle All the Way, and I'm like, let's watch Jingle All the Way. It's so funny because Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger make that fucking movie. It's so fucking funny. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad kill it in this fucking movie. Because what it is, if nobody's ever seen Jingle All the Way, it's 2 dads that are trying to get this fucking top fucking toy.
Turbo Man
of boys. All these boys want this top toy.
Yeah.
And it's Turbo Man. It's the hottest toy ever.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's Christmas Eve. Let's get it now. And so now you can't find it. It's fucking awesome. It's a great movie. I highly recommend that. So you disagree so far with my list? You disagree with Christmas? No, you agree with Christmas?
I agree with that.
Do you agree with?
No, I don't.
It's a Wonderful Life?
No, I don't.
What?
I don't need to see that movie ever again. I've only seen half of it, I think. You actually watched the whole thing?
And I cry every time. It's a great movie, dude. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life is one of those movies, if you've ever hated yourself and thought that you would be better off
Why
dead.
would I want to watch that movie?
Because it makes you appreciate life, son. That's what it is. Like, he realizes at the end of the movie, he's like, fuck, I don't have my kids. I don't have my fucking loved ones. I have nothing.
So we got Scrooged.
Yeah, but he didn't. Because what happened was, once he realizes that, then everything goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Because his life's going to shit. It's like when everything hits you at once, you're like, fuck, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You know, and that's what this guy's like. And he's just like, you know what? it would be better off if I didn't exist.
Yeah.
And then it shows him that it is not better off if he didn't exist.
I know.
It's even worse. All the people he loved, like his brother died because he wasn't there to save him and all this fucking shit, dude. How do you not like It's a Wonderful Life? I don't get that.
It's the same thing. Like, okay, I need to give it another shot.
It is a
because, like, obviously,
I have to watch it every Christmas because one, it's one of my shit. Like I said, those 5 movies I watch every Christmas, and if I don't watch one of them, it's probably Jingle All the Way and Home Alone. Those are 2. Like, if I remember to watch them, I will watch them. But It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Vacation, and fucking Christmas Story. Gotta watch them all the time.
No, Christmas Vacation I do enjoy.
You like
That's a
that
good
one?
That's a good one.
So you hate It's a Wonderful Life, though.
I need to reevaluate because
No, you need to watch it. Jimmy Stewart's a shit.
I know.
Mr. Potter!
It's
Fuck you!
fine,
Anyways,
but
you don't like it.
I don't like it, but it's the same thing as A Christmas Carol, and I do like it.
Oh.
It's a
A
basic
Christmas Carol? Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. My favorite version of the Christmas Carol is Muppets. I've already brought that up. Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, you like
Can't
that
go.
one?
It's got what's his name? Michael Caine as Scrooge.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's pretty good. I mean, but it's a Muppet movie. But
Yeah, but the Muppets is cool.
FX,
Muppets are funny as fuck.
yeah.
You got Fonzie? Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog. He's Tim. I mean, not Tim, but the.
Oh,
other guy.
he's Crockett?
Cratchit. Bob Cratchit. He's
Bob Cratchit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who has Tiny Tim as his son?
Yeah.
His son.
Yeah.
I said sin. At that point, it is. He's like, I can't even feed this kid. He's my sin.
But I like that, and FX did a good one. It's like 4 hours long, and you'll cry during it.
Of a Christmas
Yeah.
Carol?
Yeah, but it's like 4 hours long.
No shit.
It's really good.
So it like deep dives into.
Yeah,
Ebenezer Scrooge.
I think it's like super like off the book because there's some shit I'd never seen before, like some behind the scenes stuff with ghosts talking to each other
Really?
and shit. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a good one. I actually cried during that one. You don't cry during Muppet Christmas Carol because it's Muppets.
Yeah, that one you can cry. You can cry at that one. Not at all.
So you had 5. I do appreciate Home Alone too.
Home Alone, I love. That's one of my favorite
Alone
Christmas movies too. I love that movie. I mean, again, the top 3 is fucking Christmas Story,
Wonderful Life,
Wonderful Life, and Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
And we kind of skipped over Christmas Vacation. And that movie, to me, is one of the best, even comedic movies of all
It's
time.
funny. It's good.
There's so many good parts in that
It's
movie.
the
Like,
best
I love
thing.
it. He's like, I just bought a pool. And I gotta get it my bonus, and he gets like some jelly club or some shit.
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck you!" He like wigs out.
Kidnaps his boss.
Oh
and
my
shit.
god, it's so good. And like one of my favorite parts also is when the squirrel comes,
squirrel.
and it's like going through the house, and they're all like trying to freak out.
Yeah.
And then it's on his back,
Oh,
and they're going
yeah.
up the stairs. He's like looking back. He's like, "Ah!" And they're like, "Ah!" And there's fucking squirrels everywhere.
Yeah.
And the cat gets electrified.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
It's one of that was a really good
And
one.
when he fucking wigs out on like when he plugs it in,
I just watched that scene on TV.
and he's like, "Motherfucker!" And it's not working.
And it's just like-
and then she flips the
Flips the
switch,
switch on.
and then it works. She's like, "I did it! I did it!" Yeah, because he like ends up, he's like kicks it apart, and he's like, "Rah!" And she flips the switch. It's like, boom!
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh!" He's like, "Yes!"
After he's destroyed
Yes!
half of it.
And that's when Eddie shows up because he's like, thanks, Russ. He's like, "Well, Clark, I didn't think you was gonna pull it off." Oh, whatever. He's like, "Hey, go fuck yourself, then," or some shit. Like that. He says something like that. Like he like cusses out her parents somehow.
Yeah.
He says something fly. It's so funny. I love Chevy Chase is a funny. I guess he's really hard to work with in Hollywood.
Yeah,
that's what they
That's
say.
what I hear.
But he makes the funniest fucking shit.
It's pretty funny. It's a good movie. I do enjoy that. Especially
It's one of my favorite
the
Christmas
scene that
movies.
always stuck out to me as a kid is for some reason the cat getting fried.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
about
that
that
one.
cat getting fried.
That
It stuck.
That and the scene that really cracks me up still this day, and it cracked me up back in the day, was when he beats the fuck out of all the ornaments on his lawn. So he beats up Santa Claus
Yeah.
and like beats up the reindeer. He's like, "Fuck you, fuck you!" And starts wigging out.
It's a wonder it worked after he fucked it all.
And then he fucks it up, and then it all works.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I
But
love.
and other than that, when he slides down the hill on that thing after like Chris goes it or
Oh
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. He like burns a hole through his shit. Oh, it's so
That
funny.
always stuck out with me too.
And Eddie was always like, I can't go down, Clark. I got a metal plate in my head. He's like, ding, 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 ding. He's like, whatever, Eddie. Fuck you. Go. He goes down. It's so funny. The way he talks about him he's dude. I love that movie. That is. Those are my top 3 Christmas movies.
Yeah,
and then after that would be Home Alone and Jingle All the Way. Because them 2 movies I fucking love. Like Home Alone is a great one.
I mean, both of them are good.
Yeah.
I feel like both of them are good.
Oh, they're
I
great.
haven't seen part 2 in a long time, but I've seen part 1, and it's their
Second one's good too, though.
Now, you probably don't like it, but I really enjoy Elf. I think Elf's up there for me.
See, I don't like that one. Yeah.
You don't like that one?
I don't. I thought it was so.
It's
I didn't
too-
like it back in the day.
It's too nice. It's too
I don't
nice
know what
for
it is.
Tom.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is because I like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And I like Jon Favreau, who directed that movie.
Yeah.
And I don't like that movie. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. I watched it back in the day, and I've watched What's sad is I've watched documentaries about the making of it,
It's
even though
interesting.
going into it, I didn't like the movie.
Yeah.
And I still watched this
But it's
documentary.
behind. I would watch it too. If
It
was
is.
a movie.
It's fascinating the way they put it together and shit like that. It's really fascinating. But yeah, I don't like that movie. I think it sucks. I think it sucks.
I like
Even though
it.
they got Bob Newhart in it. Bob Newhart's
Yeah.
a shit. And yeah, I just don't. I don't really care. And Will Ferrell cracks me up normally, but then I just didn't like that movie. I didn't like.
I don't know if I could name 5. So you gave 5. Christmas Story.
Honestly, I can give you some more
And Home
because
Alone.
honestly, Gremlins is one of my favorite
Okay.
Christmas ones. Die Hard is
Oh,
another
you're
one.
gonna go there.
Well, it's a Christmas movie.
Movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not. It's set at Christmas
And
time.
Gremlins is the same way.
I know. I just threw Gremlins out there because I was being funny.
But
I knew that the fucking.
honestly, it's one of my favorite movies. I love Gremlins.
It's a good movie.
But my top 5 that I have to watch at Christmas,
Yeah.
I've already said, which
Yeah.
is Christmas Story, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, It's a Wonderful Life, Jingle All the Way, and Home Alone. Those are the top 5 that I have to watch.
I would probably
every
just
year.
exchange It's a Wonderful Life for a Christmas
And
Carol.
Scrooged. You ever seen Scrooged?
Scrooged is good.
With Bill Murray.
I like just about.
That's a good one.
I'm a sucker for a Christmas Carol. If it's a Christmas Carol story, I'll watch it because I like the story.
And that's what that one is,
And
too.
it's, yeah, it's
That's
just
what
that.
that one
But
is.
it's Bill Murray, so it's even better.
Even better.
yeah. But I've only seen it a couple of times, but it's good. He plays the same character in that movie basically as he does in Groundhog Day.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Which is a great character that he does.
Yeah.
But you know what Christmas movies I never really give a fuck about is ones that like, except the Charlie Brown Christmas movie.
That's pretty good. And so is
Charlie
the Grinch.
Browns are good.
I like the Grinch.
And the Grinch, yes, the cartoon.
The cartoon.
The cartoon.
Of course, the fucking cartoon.
It's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, the live action
That
shit.
one, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah.
You're as rotten scoundrel. Fuck. I don't know if they say that, but
I think it's the real lyrics.
I think it's really hilarious. But that one, yeah, those are great Christmas movies.
They are.
Those are good ones. I like those.
I do like that and the Rudolph. I like Rudolph.
Yes!
The Rudolph.
The claymation
yeah,
Rudolph.
the claymation Rudolph.
Dude, I forget, but because
Those are the TV specials.
Those are the TV specials, and they play them every fucking year.
Yes.
And actually, I watch them every fucking year. I'm like, hey, Rudolph's on tonight. Let's watch this shit.
Or I'm the type who's like, when's Rudolph on this year?
Or Frosty.
Yes.
Even though I've watched Frosty 1,000 times,
Yep.
I fucking love that movie. And you're like, fuck that magician. Fuck him.
Yeah. The one that I always forget, the one with the heat and the cold misers.
Oh, yeah, that's the Santa Claus one.
Yes, but what's it called?
I think it's like Jack. I don't know. I think it's like Jack Jingle coming to town or something like that.
Those songs always stuck out to me. That I'm
The
Mr.
miser. Yeah, but that's all about Santa Claus. I think it's called Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I think it is.
I think that's what that
It's
is.
just about the origin story.
Origin of Santa Claus, and like he takes all the presents. Yeah, those claymation ones are bad as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I forget all about
I always
those.
do too, but they're always like a staple.
But
in
you
the
know what's
holiday.
sad? It's like I forget about them until Christmas time, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's Christmas. Where's Rudolph? And like that aired December 1st, and like, but it's Christmas now. That's what always pisses me off. Is that they put like Rudolph and Frosty
Yeah.
at the beginning of the like fucking September.
Yeah.
September 18th. Here's Frosty and Rudolph. You're like, wait a minute. Christmas is 2 months away. And you get down to Christmas and you're like, where's Rudolph? Where's Frosty?
That was 2 years ago.
And they're like,
2 months ago.
We saw that 2 months ago. What are you talking about? It's like, fuck!
That's true, though. Christmas shit gets out.
It comes
Early.
out so early. Normally, they do put, like, Frosty
Right
and
after-
Charlie Brown's Christmas. Charlie Brown's Christmas tree should be happening on Christmas Eve, but it usually happens, like, I don't know, December 3rd. You know?
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, a newer Christmas movie that I enjoy is, man, it was on Netflix. What the fuck? Christmas Chronicles. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. With fucking Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell
as
Santa Claus.
fucking Santa Claus. Yeah, because Leia has watched both of them.
Yes.
There's two of them,
There's
and
two.
I've watched both of them, and they're pretty funny.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty
I like
good.
The first one better. The
Yeah,
second-
I agree.
The
I
second
agree.
one with
the
the
second
bad
one,
elf thing.
Yeah, the bad elf. Yes, he's like, I'm a fucking elf. And he's a fucking kid.
Yeah.
He's a kid from the Wildebeest people, and he's in another fucking. I've seen him in
I
something
didn't
else.
know who he was.
Yeah, I've seen him in a few things. He's in fucking Hunt for the Wildebeest people. It's a
What the fuck?
it's a Taika Waititi movie.
Okay.
It's funny as fuck, but he's like the main kid, and he's in something like American
God.
I've seen too. I just can't remember where. But yeah, he's like, I'm the bad elf. You never see me coming, and then you're like, what?
He has these weird toys.
Yeah, the
that he
first
makes.
one's way better.
The first one is way better.
The first one was funny because
They were-
he goes into a bar and he's like, hey man, you shouldn't have done that. And this guy's like, what are you talking about? He's like,
Yep.
you shouldn't have fucking robbed that store, man. You shouldn't have done it. He's like, fuck you. And he attacks Santa Claus and you're like, what?
Then he goes to jail.
He goes to
It's
jail.
very earnest.
And
safe
everybody
Christmas.
loves him in jail because he knows their secrets.
Exactly. And then yeah. It's very Disney, but it's good.
Well, no, it's very hype, upbeat,
Yeah.
uplifting.
It's a feel-good Christmas
Feel
movie.
good movie. Yes.
Yes.
A feel good movie.
Yes.
Thank you. That's exactly what that
The
is.
elves are cool. I like the elf take on that one.
Yeah, but the elves are assholes in that.
Yes.
They are pricks. Like they're attacking people for no fucking reason. You're like, what are they doing?
They're like little furry gremlin rodent things.
Yes. I would agree. I would agree. And they were scumbags. I didn't like the elves because they were pricks. Because they were mean and they were pricks.
Especially, but in the second one, they're more mean. Because he can take them over and they start fucking shit. And,
The thing is, the second one, they like ate you. Like they ate you alive. You're like, what is happening? These cannibal fucking elves. And it's a fucking Disney movie. You're like, what?
I don't know if it's Disney.
No,
but
I don't think it's
comes
Disney.
across very
But it's
Disney-like.
something like that.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
But it's really kid oriented.
But
And it's
also
really good.
It's really good.
The first one, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, watch the first one.
With Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell is Santa Claus.
Yeah. How
And-
can you beat Santa Claus?
He's perfect. He's really good
He's
at Santa
pretty
Claus.
badass.
Yeah.
He's a badass
He's like
Santa
Jake.
Claus.
He's like Snake Plissken, but he's lovable.
Oh, shit. But it gives me a very Ernest Saves Christmas vibe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I can see that. Yeah.
because
Ernest Saves Christmas is another great Christmas
I
movie.
haven't seen that in forever. And that's also along
It's
the
so
threads-
funny, dude.
Yeah.
Because the reindeer in that, and they're like flying. They're like, "What's happening?"
I
You're like,
don't remember much of that movie.
oh, dude,
I
it's
just-
so funny.
I just have
because what
visions.
happens was Santa Claus fucking basically Santa Claus basically gets ousted, and like he's trying to pass his torch, and the guy doesn't want to accept that Santa Claus is real. And if you stop believing Santa Claus weakens, right? So that's what happens, and then this chick steals Santa Claus's bag that has toys. So all she's got to do is wish and pull it out. Wish, because that's how Santa Claus does it,
okay.
right? So they steal these toys, and Ernest is like, "You shouldn't do that."
I don't remember any of this.
Dude, I've seen it. Well, I watch it usually every year because it's Ernest. I love fucking
number
Ernest.
6 of my movie.
It really is. Because I love it. It's so funny because like Ernest, like he ends up learning how to drive the fucking reindeer in the sled.
Yeah.
And he's like driving and like he's like He says some. I can't remember what he says, and they're like, he's like air brakes.
I remember that part. I do remember that part. But I'm just realizing as you're telling this story, nobody.
It's a story. It's a movie.
No, nobody knows who we're talking about. Nobody watching this knows who Ernest is.
I disagree. And I disagree that...
Well, no, you're
And the
right.
reason I say that is because nobody knows who we are. So,
but according to the analytics, older people watch us, so those older people would know who Ernest is.
They would know who Ernest is.
So, okay.
You know what I'm saying, Vern?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Vern? But anybody who's younger than us, I think their dad has showed them Ernest.
You think?
I think so.
I think my favorite Ernest was probably Goes to Jail.
I've showed my daughter Ernest movies, so I guarantee you they've showed Ernest movies. So young people know. Yeah,
okay.
Ernest Goes to Jail. Honestly, I think the best Ernest movies. We're getting off Christmas movies.
Yeah.
We're going on Ernest for a second, just for a second, because in my opinion, the best Ernest movies is Camp.
Is that the troll one?
No, that's Halloween one. That's Ernest Scared Stupid.
Okay, all right.
But I think Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Saves Christmas. Actually, put Christmas in front of jail. I think Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Goes to Jail
I think he's...
are the top three.
I think this is an order of release.
Ernest Scared Stupid. Ernest Scared Stupid is number 4. And then you have a few other Ernest movies. There's a few other ones.
Hillbillies?
No, Ernest Goes to Africa. There's one that he goes to Africa, and it sucks.
Oh, it sounds racist.
But yes, and I'm sure it is. That's why I like the best Ernest movies. Again, are Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Scared Stupid, and Ernest Goes to Jail. Those are the best Ernest movies.
No, they're most of the Ernest movies, I believe.
Yeah.
I hope.
No, there's more, but those are the best.
Those are the ones that made it to the theaters.
But speaking of Christmas movies, since
Yes.
we're on Christmas movies,
Yeah, we've been on.
what other Christmas movies can you think of that you like?
Ooh, that I like. We did Scrooge.
Gave you my 5.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would just kick out 2 year 5 and insert my own, and I would have 5.
What's
Because
your
I
5?
would just take out
What's your 5? Give me your top 5.
top 5. I don't
In
know.
order.
In order.
So number 1 to 5.
Okay.
I gave you mine. Mine are easy.
Okay. Number 1's probably Christmas Story. Number 2.
Oh yes.
Number 2, Muppet Christmas Carol. Probably.
Oh, Muppet.
We're
Christmas
gonna go.
Carol.
I'm gonna kick out Wonderful Life for Muppet Christmas Carol. Number 3, probably Vacation.
Yes.
4, shit. Fuck. Probably Home Alone. Home Alone's good. 5. What would? What out of your top 5 I haven't said because it was another good
Out
one.
of my top 5.
Yeah.
Well, I said it's a Wonderful Life.
No, I'll mix it up.
Christmas
Nightmare
Story.
Before Christmas.
Oh shit! Yes, that's a good one.
So I'll put that
I
at
forgot
5.
all about that one.
Right, it's a claymation. That's why I forget. We've already established.
It's really good though.
It's
That's
great.
That's a badass
Oh,
one.
and Tim Burton.
And yes, I did. Yeah, in like the Rudolph movies.
Yeah.
we love those flicks. Like those we can't even like. They're probably even above our number 1.
Probably.
Like honestly, because
they were
it's
available-
when I was a kid.
Exactly.
When I was a kid,
Our entire
Rudolph,
lives,
Rudolph,
they've been on TV.
and fucking like the Abominables don't bounce or some shit like that. They bounce.
Yeah.
Where the fuck it is, but like that and Frosty, like those movies will always be our number 1s. But ones that I have to watch every year, I've mentioned,
Yeah.
and fucking there's so many great movies.
I do have a throwback that I really loved when I was a kid. And I don't remember what the name of the movie's called, but there's like charges or bombs or shit going off near the North Pole, and the Year We Saved Christmas or some shit. I don't know what it's
idea.
called.
I don't know that one.
It's an older movie, and I watched it when I was a kid. And there's something about they're mining or something in North Pole, blowing shit up, and
Yeah, I
these
don't
kids
know.
save Christmas. It's weird. I don't know what the name of it is, but I watched it when I was a kid. I think it's the we saved Christmas. I don't fucking know. Something about saving Christmas, not Ernest.
Saving Christmas. There's so many Saving Christmas movies out there, though.
Oh, yeah, there is. Most Christmas movies involve
are about saving Christmas. Yes, you're right.
Whether it's helping Santa or saving it for a child, you're saving Christmas.
Dude, that's 100% right. That's 100% right. Especially with you saving, like, with Santa. Like, that shit happens all the time. The Christmas Chronicles that we were talking about, they were saving Santa's ass.
Ernest saved Santa's ass.
Ernest saved Santa's ass.
Ernest, of all people.
Of all people, saved Santa's ass.
Yeah.
I agree. Every time there's a Christmas story, they're always saving Santa's ass. Why do we even have Santa?
Santa Claus becomes Santa.
Yeah, we saved him. He wasn't going to make it on time. And then because we helped him think that time is irrelevant and it's a fucking construct, he figured it out.
But we have to save his ass.
The whole time.
But that's another good series I brought up. The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
He saved their ass.
Yeah, but Santa died.
Oh, dude, but I forgot about Santa Claus. Those are good ones.
Yeah, they are.
That entire series is good.
I haven't watched the one with
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. I haven't watched it.
Martin Short.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. I mean, in my opinion, my favorite one's the first one because
you can almost never beat the first.
You can never beat the first of all of them. Yeah, it's so good, and Tim Allen's so funny. You know, those are good ones. I forgot about those.
There's a lot of actually good Christmas movies.
There's a lot of good Christmas movies.
Just sitting back and thinking of all the stuff that I enjoy this Christmas. There's so much. It's wild.
They're good. I mean, like you said, the Santa Claus. Yeah, those are great ones because that first one is so fucking funny, dude.
Doesn't Santa Claus fall off the roof or some shit and die?
Well, what happens was he's like, "What are you doing up there?" He's like, "What? What?" He falls off the roof and he dies.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bye, bye." And he's like, and he reads the card, and the card is like, what basically once he puts his suit on. Why would he
put a guy's suit on?
I don't. It's a fucking movie, dude. It's a fucking movie, dude. That's all I gotta say. But it's a good one.
It is a good one.
And I haven't seen it I haven't seen it in like a couple years.
Me either.
And
for a while here.
But see, I used to watch it all the time, and then
it's one of those movies that's not just a good Christmas movie. It's a good movie.
It's just a good movie in general. Yeah,
and that's what a lot.
But Christmas time, you put it on Christmas time, you're like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Because it's about Santa Claus.
Yeah, and saving Santa Claus's ass. Rudolph saves Santa Claus's ass
all the time. He's got to put his fucking red nose on to save that motherfucker. He's like, ho ho ho! I didn't think you was that good, Rudolph. You fucking prick. Like when he was a kid, Santa showed up. He's like, what is this?
He was. That is the worst movie because of that. Because Santa's such an asshole.
Yes.
He says, Donner, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes.
Why? It's fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus is a prick. He's like, Rudolph, cover your fucking nose, you fucking idiot. He's like, we can see in the fog.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. Until it's a problem, we're not worrying about it. And then it becomes a problem. And I'm like, shit! We have to worry about it. Hey, what about that weird kid whose nose lit up? You mean Rudolph? No, I think his name is Gandalf. No, I think it was Rudolph. Are you sure it's Rudolph?
The one you chased away with your words?
Yeah. He's chilling with the abominable snowman now. And a fucking dentist, fucking elf. This elf wants to be a dentist. I never got that. That's the one thing. Like I get like to be different, but why a dentist? It's like I love people's teeth with this nasty shit around their mouth from food built up, and they don't pick it, and it's fucking there. And it's everywhere. It's like I want to look at that every day. I never understood dentists for that reason.
Now that you brought up all the nasty teeth, I think it's satisfying because he gets to pick it off. Like, oh yeah, this is good.
So they're sadists. That's what you're saying. All dentists are sadists.
No, it's like
they're like, we're gonna fucking scrape him. And you're like, ah.
No.
They're sadists.
I don't think so. I think it's the fact of scraping it off like a scab. Like you pick your scabs off It's like that type of thing. Like, oh
Joe,
yeah. I don't
That's
know.
a very sadistic thing to do.
I don't know.
It means you're a sadist.
Ah, well. Anyways, maybe that's what the oath is.
Back to Christmas stories.
Yeah.
I think we covered it.
I think we did
36
too.
minutes.
There are still so many out there. And
So
we
many
didn't
great
cover
Christmas stories. Like you said, put it in the link down below.
them. Oh, yeah.
Just write and subscribe if you think that we have the best Christmas movies and Christmas stories out there. Because this is a Christmas show. It's going to air right before Christmas, bitch. Fucking, so Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about anything and everything on the sun. Make sure you check us out on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Anchor. We're on all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
We don't give a fuck. Guess what? Neither this Christmas. Jack Kringle, motherfucker.
Jack Kringle?
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to Drunk on the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody. Like and subscribe.
Thank you all for subscribing and liking from Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun. So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and Instagram. We're posting new shit every week.
See ya.